Hi, everyone. Thanks for having us. My name is Antonius Salis. I'm with Redalpine. We're a Swiss VC fund active across Europe, investing in seed, Series A, and at growth stage. We had the pleasure to lead the Series A investment in 011H last year. And yeah, happy to introduce you the company today. Josep, over to you. For those of the guests who don't know 011H, could you just give a brief overview of what you're doing?
Well, first, thank you, Antonius, and also thank you to Redalpine because you led a round last year on a business that it's quite complex by itself in an industry which is also already very complex. So thank you so much for that. And now, as I love to give a little bit of context and I like analogies, so before getting on 011H, I would like to touch on the context of the industry, so construction industry. As probably most of you know, construction is responsible for 40% of CO2 emissions worldwide. Between energy used to operate the buildings and the embodied carbon from the materials that you use to build the buildings, right? So what we see is that the industry is broken because they cannot scale due to the lack of skilled labor. So imagine, I do always this analogy, imagine a car manufacturing industry trying to assemble and produce millions of cars using mechanics, right? This is impossible. You don't have enough people. Each car would be different. It would cost different. It would take different timing to get it. So this is what happens today on the industry. So at 011H, we want to tackle these two problems, so sustainability and scalability. How we do that? So what we are doing is building a digital platform. And this digital platform is covering the end-to-end process for the design and build. So from the design, when architects are drawing the building, until we deliver the keys to the landlord, okay? Also, this platform is enabling the integration of prefab components, prefab solutions, that they need to be sustainable. This is why we built using wood, like Gropius that already was before us. And we use wood because of the embodied carbon. However, we are agnostic material. So in a way, using the platform, we can prove that we can build faster, we are reliable, and at some point of time, we will be producing net zero buildings. Using my last analogy, so we all have been kids. When you go to the beach with your kids, with the shovel and the bucket, and they play with the sun, building castles, etc. This is how industry today operates, right? It's a lot of improvisation because you build here, then you change it, you have a hole to let the water get in. That's the industry. Later, Lego came, so you can go to any toy store and buy a Lego, but it's a specific Lego, right? So you can buy the tower bridge. You buy it, go home, you have the instructions, you assemble it, you have the tower bridge at home, okay? Now imagine that you have an application where you have the access to the entire supply chain of Lego. So all the Lego pieces are available for this app. This app has tools that help you to design faster, so anyone could get in and try to design their own building. Then at that moment, you have the cost. You know when Lego can deliver these pieces at your home. So you push a button, you buy it, you receive the pieces, and using the manual that it's in the app, you can build that tower or that building, right? So this is what we are trying to do with our platform at 011H. Today, we have the tech team building this platform, but also we act as a general contractor to learn fast and prove the product market fit.
That's great. At the same time, being a general contractor to build and being a software developer, as the baseline sounds very complex. How do you handle the complexity?
Well, it's true. It's complex. You are right. But what we are trying to do is to manage like two separate businesses, right? So we have in one company like two divisions where we have an entire team for the design and build division, where all people are fully allocated to that company, and then we have a tech team under the tech division just concerned about building the tech platform. So the tech platform today have a unique customer, which is an internal customer, which is this design and build company. And then we have the group where we allocate the resources, like cash, people, we manage all this. But yeah, it's complex.
And when you elaborate, the technological and data-driven parts of 011H seem absolutely crucial. Can you elaborate a bit on how you bring those up to revolutionize the construction industry?
Yeah, we are in a way why we are different, right? So as mentioned, we have the end-to-end platform taking the full design and build process. So at the end, you get all the process, rather than the status quo that they built a platform for a single process or a single phase. After that phase, you lose information, you lose productivity. So end-to-end process. Then, as we go end-to-end, we integrate all parties from the value chain. That, by the way, we are able to reduce the value chain by half of the time using our platform. So we integrate all the partners, everybody. So then you have all these players acting as a team rather than in silos like in the industry, because they work on sequences, right? As you have everybody and you have this platform, you can imagine like having an ERP, right? So you have different modules in your ERP, but information flows perfectly, right? So we can say that we don't lose productivity, we don't lose the information, we have full traceability, and this is helping on the productivity. Also, as mentioned before, on this platform, we integrate any prefab solution that it's sustainable. But on the status quo, on the traditional, they focus just on 1-2 pieces, and they have a lot of problems to integrate them on the traditional construction. Whilst our platform integrates this prefab solution, but also it's calculating all the joints and connections. Because imagine buying a facade from a third party, a bathtub from another, stairs from another. So you need to put all these pieces together. And calculating all these joints and connections, it's complex, but it's the technology who is helping to do that.
Perfect. And now I think everybody understood. Let's move from theory into practice. Please tell us what standout milestones have you achieved so far, and how does it position 011H in the market?
And we achieved milestones like product market fit, because it was not easy. So we proven that there's a market for this. We achieved working with the top tier 1 developers in Spain. We are repeating with them, which is even more difficult because it's a super low innovative industry. And the #1 leader in Spain told us, OK, we are going to try, but be aware that 90% of things we are trying, we drop it. OK, so it was a big achievement. And also, we raised 35 million in 3.5 years, also with your collaboration. What's next? What I would say is that next year we are repeating customers. We are working with first developers. We are starting projects for the value of 34 million euros. So we are applying on the tech platform. We are applying artificial intelligence, which is boosting productivity.
Great. Thank you very much. Bit broader, maybe last question.
I don't know
if you have time. Do we have time?
Maybe we'll run out of time, or
at least the clock is blinking. If nobody stops us, let's go. The construction industry in 2030. Now you've had lots of experience with a very innovative insight. Mm-hmm. How do you see it to develop?
Well, I don't have the crystal ball. We don't have the crystal ball, obviously, but for sure needs to be industrialized, because now is a craft industry, impossible to keep scaling. And in materials, we will see what will be the winning sustainable material. We started with wood, but we see that bamboo could be an option because it grows much faster, and it's structural, it's very rigid.
Great. We'll be excited. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.